You see it?
Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, so before we, I'd just like to let everyone know that anything that is put in the chat or is spoken is going to be for at a later date, can be for at a later date. All yours, Madam Chair.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Licensing Committee meeting. I would like to, as I said before, I would like to introduce a new co-chair of Licensing Committee, Olga Ford. She is a member of this committee for a long period of time. Madam Chair decided to appoint co-chairs to each and every committee. So Olga Ford is the co-chair of Licensing Committee. I also would like to welcome, I believe I saw some new names, not new to community, but new to Community Board 13, who came to observe our meeting. You can talk, you can say whatever you want. The only you cannot do in this committee, if you're not a member, you cannot vote. Otherwise, you're very welcome to come to each and every committee. And believe me, as a chair of this committee for quite of time, I'm telling you, that's the best committee in the world. We have one new license application from AACA Group LLC, trade name Backstage, located at 3052 West 21st Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11224. They are applying for a full liquor license. If you look at their application, it's a restaurant with the full kitchen and full menu. In the application, it says DJ, live music, and miscellaneous. But if you look at the stipulation form, we're gonna look at it together right now in pattern dancing. They have a licensed outdoor area. They have rooftop. And they're occupying first floor, second floor, and rooftop. Okay, I don't know if number 18 is correct. It's next to amphitheater. They have their own restaurants, and I believe, I don't know, I did not measure. If you can check if it's more or less than 500 feet. If it's only one establishment, it's fine. If it's more than one, and 3 should be corrected, but it's okay. Yes. Now I wanna, so license looks fine. Also, they're applying for 30 days waiver. Okay, if I have to explain what is 30 days waiver all about, I mean, there is a law, that's why they come to community board. All applicants, it's 30 days, 30 days notice. So they inform us 30 days in advance, asking for a waiver, meaning they don't have to wait 30 days and they can apply and do whatever they have to do with state liquor authority immediately. Now we are looking at stipulation. The same information, AACA Group LLC, addresses 3052 West 12th Street.
West 21st.
21st. And now I see something I have questions about. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one. My hours of operation will be from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m., 7 days a week. I hope it's a mistake, because I'm not sure that it's appropriate for the area to have establishment open until 4 a.m., 7 days a week, especially if you have DJ, live music, promoted events, cover fee events, scheduled performances, and it's not only inside, it's also outside in the rooftop. So can anybody answer from the establishment? Is it a mistake 4 o'clock in the morning, or that's what you intend to do?
Yeah, we can address that. Good evening, everybody. My name is Anthony Caraballo. I'm the representative for this applicant, Akram Nasser. He's applying for the license as was just indicated. Just a brief interjection. It is not a 500. You questioned question number 18 on the 2-page CB notice. So it's only one other establishment that's located.
Okay, that's
the
what
same
I
venue.
said. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
Okay.
no worries. So also those are the hours we put. We would be amenable. Certainly he would like those hours on the weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But other than that, we'd be amenable to listen to the committee on their thoughts in terms of the hours. This is just we put as a general beginning starting point.
Okay, I'm not making decision for entire committee. We have enough members to speak about it. So let's see what people are gonna say. I personally believe 7 days a week until 4 o'clock in the morning, it's kind of too much. Once again, I look at your stipulation. It says that it's all soundproof, but having rooftop open, it's not soundproof, as we all understand. And even though it's by the boardwalk, it's still residential area. So I'm not sure, but it's up to committee to decide.
Joanne is raising her hand. Joanne?
Yes, I did. I have 2 questions. Actually, one is a statement that everybody should know that this is the old Kitchen 21, in case there was a question about the site. And number 2, I don't know if by law they're allowed to be open till 4 o'clock in the morning. Isn't there an ordinance that says that they have to close by a certain hour?
Lucy says 2.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now we are looking. Anybody else?
Yes, Jeff.
Okay, I don't see hands.
I know. I'll point it out.
Yeah, I'm looking at it 9 a.m. to 4 a.m., 7 days a week. Looks like a little bit too much for the community. I mean, the timing, I don't know, are you gonna have breakfast there too at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Akram, if you want to address the committee, you can come off a mute and you can answer these questions.
Yeah, hi, my name is Akram Nasser. I'm the new owner of the restaurant. But yes, we when we say 9 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be live music or music playing or anything. It's going to be breakfast, coffee, lattes, and everything served in the morning, hot pastries, cold pastries, everything just served in the morning, but not necessarily music or dancing or anything like that.
Okay. Will you have, when you have it, like brunches, are you going to be serving liquor too?
If possibly, yes.
Okay, so people are going to start drinking, let's say 11 o'clock and on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But there won't be necessarily loud music or live bands or craziness or anything like that. No.
Okay. That's all I have to say right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
If I add, I'm not really concerned about music. 9 o'clock in the morning, whoever is running on boardwalk might be happy to run with music. I'm really concerned about loud music at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's my concern. But again, it's up to committee to decide. Also, number 4, I will have DJ, live music, promoted events, cover fee events, scheduled performances, and in your application, you have dancing. It just came to my email recently, and it was repeated today. Let me ask you a question. It is going to be a club?
No, it's not going to be a club.
Okay.
Okay. Lucy has her hand raised, and then Angela.
Okay.
Okay, Lucy.
Yeah, I know how to use the function. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry that I came a little late. You guys started on time. That's great. So the first question that I have And if you said it already, I apologize. Number 16, it says first floor, second floor rooftop. Did you go over that, Yelena?
I mentioned it. I did not start it from first and second floor. We are talking about hours, business hours first, and I
Okay.
did mention it.
So then I'll jump in there. So there's either first floor or the rooftop. There is no second floor in between. So you can't apply for those locations. And my understanding is that you would have to apply for a license for the first floor and a license for the rooftop. That's the first thing. So you're applying for one application, but it should be two. So I'm questioning that.
I can
The
clarify
second, I'm sorry, go ahead. Anthony, go ahead. How are you?
Yeah, hi, Ms. Diaz. Good evening. How are you? So as long as the premises is contiguous, they can have the first floor, the second floor, and the roof. There has to be a common connection between the premises. Once there's no connection, you're absolutely correct. It needs to be a separate license. But this particular premises is contiguous. So the first floor is connected to the second floor, and then there's
There is no
access to the
second floor,
rooftop.
Anthony. That's what I'm saying. There's a first floor and a rooftop. There is no second floor. So we need to amend that. There's no 3 floors. There's not 3 floors in this building.
Okay,
It's only the
Akram, do you want to
first
jump
floor
in?
and the rooftop.
No, she's right. It's only a first floor and a rooftop, but the staircase is
It's
just goes
contiguous.
up.
So we will amend that, Ms. Diaz. So
Unless
it's
you're
contiguous.
serving liquor in the elevator, then you can go through the middle of the building. Just it was a joke, but Anthony.
No,
I also just had a couple of drinks, so we're good.
you had me
So-
thinking about it for a second. Like, is that possible?
It is possible because I don't know, Anthony would help me here because he's done liquor licenses forever. He's done them I work for another community board. He's done them there, CB1 in Manhattan. So, to have he might have a point here to have the drink going through, going upstairs to the elevator. I don't know if that's considered the second floor going through the elevator, but you'll help me out with that.
Yeah, so it's essentially that it's as long as there's a direct connection, as I said earlier, if it's contiguous. So if I'm having a drink or I'm on the first floor and I go to the roof, now Akram will regulate. I don't believe he's going to want people going up and down with drinks through the spaces. I believe when you're in one space, you go to another space and you order a beverage or you order food. I don't know that it's going to be a free-flowing situation, correct, Akram?
Yes, that's correct.
No, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get my drink on your first floor and I'm gonna go in that elevator. I'm gonna walk up the steps with my drink and I'm gonna go to the rooftop and relax and order another drink up there. Let's be realistic.
So if you and the committee have reservations and trepidations about this, we would be open for Akram to not permit people, to go up and down in the elevator, or you might be more comfortable with having the elevator supervised. The staff member always going with somebody as an aide from the first floor up to the roof.
My other question is, you're saying you're having security all hours of the night. What type of security? Is this a private company or is this Joe Schmo from the corner?
Akram,
No, it's
licensed
private.
security,
It's-
correct?
The building itself has 24-hour security, so there's people in the building, and we'll have private companies coming in and doing security for us as well.
And they have to be licensed, Ms. Diaz, pursuant to the SLA regulations.
Yes,
they have to
that's
be
where I'm
licensed.
going, Anthony. You and I,
They-
we got it. I wanted to ask if you
They're
was hiring
definitely-
guys from the corner.
It's an outsourced company. They're licensed and insured.
And my third question is, it's a hookah bar, right? A hookah.
I wouldn't
just
say
a-
it's a hookah bar, it's a restaurant. He wants to have a component of hookah, a component. It's not a hookah bar per se.
Okay, does he have a license for the hookah?
So the hookah's in a rooftop, and an open airspace, you do not need a license for that.
Okay, I'll find out because I just found out from the SLA that they haven't issued licenses from 2018. So I'll double check that if it's because it's an open space.
100%.
But let me finish my sentence. Because I went to your establishment today and everything is set up on the first floor.
No, it's just
Everything was set up on the first floor.
that's just displays.
Let's hope.
It's
Because
it's- if you actually, let me finish. If you actually look at the window and you look at the things, all of those are just, they're not even connected. They've never even been used. It's just brand new ones, just displayed on the whole windows. That's all. They've never been used. you could take a look at it, and they're just fresh out of the box. It's just there for display only.
Okay, so I'll double check with with my source about the hookah. And so now I have questions. We're looking at 4 a.m. I think we should now go past 2 a.m., but I also do not think, I think we should consider, guys, different hours for both floors. So I don't know what hours you want to think about. Give me a minute to think about it, but I do not want the same hours for both floors. That's just my opinion. But again, the committee has to vote on it. I'm done for now. Thank you.
Okay, if I can add about, what kind of hookahs do you have?
Just regular flavored hookahs.
Only flavored, okay.
Yep.
So when it comes to flavored, you might be right, you don't need the license for it. Okay.
Okay, we next have
Any-
is Angela and then Jeff Seno.
Hi. So I also have a concerns about 4 a.m. Not only 4 a.m., but I would say during the weekday, it's a residential area. We have kids, we have family here. I would say even 11 a.m. it's a little bit too late, but I understand it's a summertime and people having fun. But 4 a.m. it's unacceptable. I mean, especially if you have dancing, I would assume it's a club. In open space, the sound will be transmitted all over the place and right in our apartments.
Well, there'll be
Another
no sound
question
on the
about-
roof. Sorry to interrupt you. There'll be no sound on the roof. It's not
On the
permitted.
roof, only inside? Oh, so your music will be only inside, right?
Correct. It's not permitted by law to be outside, no ambient sound generally. And most community boards throughout the city don't permit it.
So your dance floor will be on the first floor between the tables? Okay, because I walked into the place too, it's tables, but okay. Second question was about hookah, the same question that Lucy was asking. I saw so many of them, I could imagine it will be like a main feature because by design, hookahs, it's like 30 hookahs staying in the window. So is that your main selling point?
No, that's not. Our main selling point is food. So we have food from an international restaurant. So we have Greek, we have Middle Eastern, we have Turkish, and Italian and French as well. So that's the main selling point. We wanted to bring a whole variety of all of our food and restaurants and bring them all, incorporate them into one. And there's nowhere else we wanted to do it besides here, because we have a large enough kitchen, a large enough dining room where we could actually come and serve everybody. And I believe that it's going to be such a great addition to Coney Island. I mean, me, myself, and my partner, we own 15 restaurants. My other partners, they have another 10 restaurants. So we incorporated everything and we brought our top chefs and we brought them here. And that's the main selling point.
We tried your baba ganoush, it was excellent.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was delicious, but hookah is really scary. Are you going to have a smoking, non-smoking area or everywhere?
There's no smoking inside the restaurant at all, completely.
Oh, it's only outside in front and on the roof.
It's only permitted outside, open air. Inside, it's you cannot do it. No.
And when you said regular flavor, I'm not familiar with hookah. I'm not a hookah
It's like
smoker. What is the regular?
Strawberry, apple, peach, banana. That sounds.
Is marijuana regular flavor?
By the way, a part of my other job, I'm a federal agent, so that's
no, I mean it's legal. It's legal. I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking, is it a regular flavor?
No. We cannot affiliate. I can't affiliate myself with that. And I'm also a Delta captain as well. So I fly for Delta. So I can't have that anywhere near me or anywhere around me.
Okay. That's all for me.
Yeah, I did want to briefly interject. Akram stole my thunder. You know, he has many restaurants. He's been in the business for many years, and he's also a pilot and an agent. So he's a responsible gentleman. And I would also like the committee to know that the prior occupant there, La Tombola LLC, had a license, and they had all of these features. They had recorded DJ, karaoke, live music, patron dancing, licensed rooftop security personnel pursuant to the Liquor Authority website. So we're not bringing anything new to this location.
I don't remember hookah in La Tambola. I'm sorry. I've been there a few times, never saw hookah.
Well, I'm saying they already had a lot of the features the committee is asking us about. So it's not a new, he's not bringing a new license to this space.
Okay, next we have is
I
Lucy.
personally is not asking about anything new. I'm just asking questions because if you have people, even if you have no music outside or you have no dancing outside, but if you have people and they drink and they go to rooftop, they're gonna be loud. I mean, that's the only question I have. I mean, I wish every business success, and I hope you're gonna stay much longer than establishments before you. Okay, and I would love to attend, and I love Mediterranean food in Greek, in Turkish, and on and on and on and on. But I personally ask questions because, regardless, as I said, it's by boardwalk side, it's still residential community. And maybe it's not, you cannot hear anything during daytime when it's loud everywhere. But when you have standing alone establishment at 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, where people are screaming and yelling in the open space, it might hurt community. That's the only reason I was asking questions.
Okay, next we have is Lucy, Sanji, and then Jeff.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot two things. Well, I want to piggyback a little bit from Yelena. Just because something was there before doesn't mean you automatically get it. Let's start with that, Anthony, because maybe we have problems with the hours, and maybe that's why these questions are being asked this evening. I have two additional questions. Did you get a permit from Parks for the seating outside?
The seating is removed, and we're in talks with Parks. It was there this morning, just a couple of tables, but they actually gave us a call, and I removed them. If you actually look at it now, they're all gone.
Okay.
When they told us earlier, they told us to remove the fence, and we removed it immediately right after. And
What fence? I'm sorry. You said a fence?
No, not a fence, but like just a
The railing. It's a railing.
Railing, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I know they called you because I was waiting for your answer because we called them. So I
That's
just
okay.
wanted to make sure that was done. And then I have one more question. The stage, you build the stage. Can you explain to me what that stage is for? Is it's nice, but I wanted to know what it's going to be used for.
So the stage is pretty much, the bar is a massive bar, so we kind of split it in half, and we just built a small stage which comes in the center of the bar going up, and we might have like a live singer come and just or just come sing and stuff like that. That's all.
So it's not like for women dancing up there or anything like that. That type of look.
No.
Okay, well, okay.
Not a cabaret.
Maybe after a couple of drinks I'll go up there, but that's a whole different. But no, but I thank you. I wasn't sure what it was for.
Yeah, no worries. It's just for live singers coming in, because in Turkey they have a lot of live performers, so they come, opera singers, and stuff like that.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, next we have Sanji, and then Jeff.
Hi, good evening. I had two questions. One is there going to be an age requirement during a certain time to get into the restaurant/bar or?
Absolutely. At night, there's always going to be an age restriction when you come in, but anywhere during the day, you're coming in to eat, and it's fine, families and stuff like that. But of course, it's all of New York City. If you go sit anywhere near a bar, you definitely would have to get ID'd.
So around like what time would be like a cutoff time for?
I would say probably from dawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And two, the hookahs, because I've been to a lot of hookah spaces, and I want to know, how do you sanitize and clean the hookahs?
Oh, that's every hookah after it's being used, the hoses they remove them and get disposed. So
Because
you
it's
never
hose that's attached to the pipe thing, and then it's the disposable mouthpieces.
correct. And
So, so
there's
you
dispos-
dispose of each hose?
there's disposable hoses and also mouthpieces on it as well.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, next we have is Jeff.
Okay, you're in the landmark building. Are you making it? You can't make any changes on the outside. Are you planning on putting any lighting there or anything
No.
else?
No, I actually live in Brooklyn Heights, and one of the craziest landmarks and ever in all of New York City is there, and we have our own building there, and so we know and we comply with their rules and regulations, and we know that you cannot touch a screw on the outside or any kind of thing like outside of the building. If you do, you would have to go through landmark and preservations and
Okay.
all that stuff, and that process could take 5 years.
Yeah, the reason why I'm talking about it is because Lundy's was also landmark on the outside, and they made changes that they weren't supposed to be made, and it just fell through the cracks. Nobody said anything about it. So you will not make any changes.
No,
Okay.
no. It's a beautiful building as is. That's why would anyone touch that building?
Well, Lundy's was a beautiful building too. Okay, and Cherry Hill did what they wanted to do with it.
Gotcha.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Okay, Elena, there's nobody else raised their hand.
Nobody else. So, I believe after all questions, we are ready to vote,
Oh
but
wait, Angela
Sorry.
just raised her
Sorry.
hand.
Sorry, one last question, very short. I forgot to ask. So you saying when you use the hookah, I saw that that's been done on the boardwalk, and you use the hot coils, right? Is there some kind of fire prevention measure you considering so the hot coil is not going to touch the wood boardwalk, and we're not gonna have a fire there?
Yes, there actually in the hookahs itself, it has a prevention where there's like a little clamp which is yay big, so anything falls on top of it, and it's caught. So in any case, something does happen and it falls on the floor. There's a tongue that one of the guys could pick it up, and also there's fire extinguishers that's actually right by the doors as well.
Right, because you have this metal carriers with the hot coils. I'm just saying, be careful when you're walking on the boardwalk.
Absolutely.
It's very old boardwalk. It's 100 years old.
I actually grew up.
carried.
I actually grew up most of my life in the Broadwalk and West Fourth. I used to play handball, and I went to John Dewey High School. So
okay.
every single
Good to know.
day in all of the 90s, I was on the Broadwalk.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next we have is Milagros and then Sanji. Milagros. You gotta unmute.
I want to ask a question. Is that close to that building of the Veterans Building? The new building that they just built for the veterans in 21st Street and Surf?
Yes, it's down the block.
Okay, it concerns me because most of those veterans are disabled veterans, and having music and everything else is going to disturb them. So that concerns me a little bit.
Well, the music will be relegated to the inside. And how far away is it, Akram?
It's pretty far. It's pretty far. I mean, it's one block, but this block is like 2 city blocks. And you know, I believe it's going to be quite some way. It's not going to be anywhere close next to the veteran building. And we're here. If anything, we're always open to anything you guys need.
Okay. Next, Sanji.
I'm unmuted. I'm
Yep.
unmuted. Okay, yeah. Hi, Eddie. I just had a quick question actually for you regarding voting. I know I'm a new board member. I submitted my committee request. I'm not sure if at what time?
Okay. We had orientation last week on Wednesday, and we had people submit their list of committees at that time. Right now, I don't think you're on the licensing committee. Hannah? Is Sanji
No
on
change,
the?
no
No, she's
changes,
not.
no changes
No.
to the state, to the license committee.
She's on the interface committee.
Okay. So at this time,
But you can speak at any meeting. You can speak, you can bring your, you can talk about any discussions that you can, give us any input on any committee.
Mhm.
You just can't vote. You will vote at the full board.
Okay, and yeah, I miscalendared the orientation somehow, and that's why I wasn't there. Is there any way I can see what committees that I am on?
I believe Barbara sent it to you, but double check with her.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
check your spam if you didn't call the office.
Okay.
Lucy, I was sending them out tomorrow.
okay.
Oh, I thought everybody got it.
Mhm.
Oh, my apologies, because someone emailed me saying, why didn't they get a certain committee? But that's a whole different topic right now. We'll move
Okay.
forward, but that's really strange that, okay,
Okay.
we'll go from
All
there.
right,
Okay.
next we have is Mark and then Michael Silverman.
We had a discussion that of this over 3 to 4 in the morning and the noise. I don't call any like changing the hours of operation or anything different. So, I mean, I don't vote on this committee, but I don't understand if those objections haven't been addressed. That was my question. Thank you.
Okay, I will answer. As I said before, Mark, I had the same concern as well as other committee and community board members. So before we do voting, we are going to discuss a little bit further the time appropriate, business hours appropriate from our point of view, especially the owner and the owner representative. They were very nice to say they would listen to community. So before we cast our votes, we are going to discuss hours of operation, and we would like, and whatever we decide, we would ask applicant to change it in stipulation and before full community board meeting to send us updated stipulation.
Okay,
Eddie, anybody else?
Yes, we have one more is Michael Silverman, but Mark wanted to say something. Mark? No, okay. Michael Silverman.
Okay, Akram, I just wanted to make sure that I heard you correctly when you said that the music was just going to be on the ground floor and not the rooftop. Is that correct?
There will be music on the rooftop, but it's more so background music and not club music.
Okay, so if I remember the building correctly, the only opening to that building is on the boardwalk through the front doors.
That's correct.
Which is facing the water.
Correct.
So I'm not really sure that the concern that Milagros had about it affecting Vet's place, which is totally behind them, at least, I guess, a couple of 100 feet at minimum, that they would even hear it if it's located just indoors. I understand that now then the background music upstairs, that's, completely different. You're not going to drown out the people that are up there trying to talk or have a conversation.
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's discuss the topic of business hours. Again, I express my opinion. I believe few other people spoke about this. So any suggestions from committee members?
Yelena, I think you need to get a motion on the table and then discussion of the motion. So in other words, a motion to approve and then have a discussion. No, Michael Silverman? You're
No,
shaking
we
your-
can do it. We can do it before and then have a
Okay.
final motion.
Okay, thank you.
So if I
Apologies.
could, if I can interject quickly, and Akram, go on board with me here, working with the community. I think the 4 a.m. would be important to you for the weekends, correct?
That's correct.
Okay,
so-
according, I'm really sorry to interrupt, but according to your stipulation, it says from 9 to 4, 7 days a week, okay?
Correct. That's what we're willing to work with you to change right now. So I'm asking Akram during the week, what is a suitable time? You don't need 4 a.m. We discussed this. Quite frankly, I told Akram this is a distinct possibility, so we're very well prepared for this. So what during the week, the committee has some reservations about a 4 a.m. So what time can you close during the week earlier?
We could close that too. So I'll tell you again the reason why, Yelena, we actually said 9 to 4, 7 days a week. If you guys do agree to that, it doesn't necessarily mean that we'll be open throughout the week or every single day to 4, but it's just to throw it out there to see what would you guys feel comfortable with and just work it from there for the weekdays. But on the weekends, I do believe 4 a.m. will be great. We could be open till 4, we probably won't, but totally, just your guys' discretion, and we're here to work with everybody.
Okay, I believe the question came up about the law and somebody mentioned 2 o'clock in the morning. Can somebody explain it to me and everybody else? If we have such law in New York City?
Well, we're not aware of that building unless Parks Department has a specific regulation. Akram, you could speak to that in your licensing agreement, but there's no such law that he has to close at 2 a.m. unless it's specific to that building, which I am unaware of.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna speak up, Elena. I'm gonna go, I am looking for, and you guys could agree or disagree, we'll keep going from there. I'm looking for 2 a.m. on weekends and 1 a.m. weekdays. I'm not happy about the 9 a.m. opening to serve liquor that early, but I'm not gonna push that issue. I also wanna make sure that it's clear that they will not be any, in somewhere in these documents, that there's not gonna be any hookah in the first floor. And we already said that they're gonna have a private company to stage the music. I think that's it, but I wanted in the documentation that there's not, like I said, I'm looking for me, I'm requesting 2 a.m. weekends, 1 a.m. 2 a.m. weekends and 1 a.m. weekdays, and no hookah on the first floor.
So we're great with the no hookah on the first floor. We'll agree to that. It's a law. We'll sign to that. We believe the hours are fair, 4 a.m. on Friday and Saturday and 2 a.m. during the week. That's our position. Now, this also is not a 500-foot application, guys. So, you guys can oppose.
Anthony, I'm gonna interrupt you. I'm the chair of the community board. We're gonna let the committee discuss it. You can jump in after and give your reasoning as to why you still want 4 a.m. So I would like my members to speak first, and then you can jump in there. There's a resident that came on here and a member that was specifically saying she does not want it at that time because there are residents and veterans nearby. I also want, now that I remember, I want to make sure that it's in your stipulations that you will not have any parties upstairs, because the previous person did have parties up there, especially on firework nights. Tell me about it. It was going on music all hours of the night. So for you to tell me nobody's gonna be up there and not having music, I'm sorry, it's going to happen, and we're gonna have a problem. I do not want a problem later on. I'd rather have everything black and white. So Yelena, that's my say. If anyone else wants to say something, go ahead, and then we'll let the attorney and the owner speak.
Lucy, it's Alan. May I ask a couple of questions, please?
Yes, go ahead, Alan.
Hey, thank you. Just a couple of questions, and actually more to clarify. The last 2 previous operators in that restaurant had separate licenses on the first floor and the roof. I had never heard it as a contiguous space. So that's just point 1, which obviously needs some clarification. Point two, with regard to sort of a similar topic, on days when Live Nation has events and their concessionaire is serving alcohol, there needs to be a plan in place so that no one leaves the restaurant with alcohol and goes into the amphitheater. That's equivalent to taking your drink out of a bar on 8th Street and walking a block to 9th Street. You can't do that. So that's something totally addressable, but needs to be addressed. Lastly, with regard to time, again, the previous operators never operated that late. They never asked to operate that late. Part of the reason for that was a coordination that needs to be done with the local precinct and Parks Department, because once the boardwalk is closed, it's closed. So guests shouldn't be allowed to go out into the boardwalk and wander on the boardwalk. I think it's past 1 a.m. So what had been done in the past was guests after midnight were actually let out through the elevator onto West 21st Street, so that we're not just granting access onto a space that we know is closed. So those would just be my 3 points for discussion and a little bit of research.
Thank you, Alan. I mean, it's very valid points. I believe two entities have to discuss some security, trespassing, and unannounced measures. We have no jurisdiction over it. And I really believe as good neighbors, you should talk to each other and have a plan. Talking about previous operators, you're absolutely right. Also, I really believe, since it's boardwalk and still residential area, I insist. I would, I'm not as kind as Lucy. I would say 2 o'clock Saturday and Friday and Saturday, not Sunday, and rest of the days until midnight. That's what I would offer. And talking about separate license for rooftop, if they have a bar in the rooftop, it might be necessary. Because if I remember correctly, we had a few applicants and it was the same floor, but kind of separate spaces by the hallway. So they had 2 different licenses, but it's up to establishment, I mean, and state liquor authority. We are not, I'm not 100% professional, so I would not say. So my suggestion, midnight, weekdays, 2 o'clock in the morning, Friday and Saturday.
Okay, next we have is Jeff, and then we have is Evie.
Okay, as far as the hours are concerned, I think 12 o'clock during the week is enough closing time. The boardwalk officially closes at 1 a.m. Okay, whether it's enforced or not, I don't know. But that's when the official time of the boardwalk ends, is at 1 o'clock. On the weekends, I can see, you know, Friday and Saturday till 2 o'clock, and maybe on the Sunday at 1 o'clock. That's what my opinion is. Thank you.
Okay, next we have is Evie and then Lucy.
All right, I also agree that during the week, it should be until 12 o'clock, and Friday and Saturday till 2, not Sunday. It is still a residential area. You do still have people that are living around the area, you know, whether they're walking and what have you. As for the hookah, I don't see any problems with that. And that's my opinion.
Okay, Lucy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back with what I said in the beginning, and Alan confirmed it. And maybe Hannah can verify it, but there was 2 different licenses for this place. I specifically remember that. There was one for the first floor and there was one for the rooftop. I specifically remember that. Anthony is saying it's something different. I don't know. It could be something I'm not aware of, but I specifically remember 2 licenses for this establishment.
Am I
am
permitted to
agreeing.
speak?
Yeah, give me a second, Anthony. I'm agreeing with the rest of the members, Sunday to Thursday to midnight, Friday, somebody's got to get muted. Friday and Saturday to 2 a.m. with the exception of the rooftop to 1 a.m. That's my thoughts to the committee. And then I'll let Yelena continue.
Anybody else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Anthony, you wanted to say something?
I did. I wanted to address Alan's concerns and make a distinct clarification. Ms. Macklin, you're right. There's an additional license for an additional bar, but that's one licensee. So let's clarify it so everybody's in crystal clear understanding. So it's not a separate license for the premises per se, but if you have a point of sale on the rooftop, that's a bar, and you have a point of sale bar on your first floor, there are 2 licenses. It's called an additional bar. It's not 2 separate licenses, like you're only licensing the first floor and you're getting a separate license for the second floor. You're getting 1 license because the premises is contiguous, but if you do have another bar, that's called an additional bar. So that let's hope that clarifies it.
And it should be noted on your floor plan, correct?
Correct, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
so-
And now,
so it's a little
Akram, I guess
clarified.
in
Thank you.
terms of the hours, just let's cut the chase. This is going on and on. Tell the committee the hours you're comfortable with, and they're gonna make a vote predicated on that.
We could, I mean, 4 a.m., I mean, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the rest of the week, whatever you guys want. We could.
It's not going to happen 4 a.m. Get it out of your head. We're not going to approve 4 a.m. So you're going to have to, it looks like everybody's looking for 2 a.m. and I'm looking for 1 a.m. on the rooftop on Saturday and Sunday. I'm looking, I'm not saying I'm the last word.
Let's meet in the middle. Let's say 3 a.m. It's not.
I'm not budging. I'm not budging, guys. Up to you.
Okay, let me say a few words. Okay, I've been to many different restaurants and I've been to many different parties, but there is a reason I asked you in the beginning if you're planning to run something like a club, because I don't know any restaurants. We have few restaurants on board with live music and parties and on, and they open until 2 o'clock. I'm talking about Brighton Beach Park, okay? So to me, if it's not a club, 2 o'clock is more than reasonable. If you have a special event, I understand. You are not planning to have your business for a few months. You're planning to have your business for a long time. If you have a special event and if you have to stay open because of the special event until 3, let's say, I strongly believe that if you notified community board, everything would be fine if you have security and you maintain your crowd. But again, 3 o'clock, it's too late. I mean, I know the area, people know the area. I do not expect anybody to, if it's not a club, again, if it's not a club, to eat until 4 o'clock in the morning, even 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so Lucy is right. Everyone else is right. Weekdays, Sunday to Thursday until midnight, Saturday and Sunday until 2 o'clock. And most probably we have to include provision that rooftop should be closed at 1 or last call at 1. At least.
Just to answer your question, I mean, it's when we say to 3 a.m., it's not a club. There's nowhere near a club. It's not going to get advertised to open public. Like everybody that we have our live events, they're events to selective people that only these certain people would know. Like, let's say we have a Turkish singer, only the Turkish community and those people will come. It's not going to be just anybody walking in and like, hey, okay, we want to come in and just have a drink and party. No, it's not that. It's all regulated parties. Live singers coming in, celebrities coming in, and it's only very limited to space and limited to people, and not just open public. And we're not just going to keep our doors open and advertise to everybody, hey, everybody come in, let's party. No, it's nothing like that.
Okay, you just said what I said in a different way. You have Turkish, Greek, Russian, Ukrainian, just name it, star coming to your establishment, and you're inviting community, and you call it, and you can call it special event. Okay, I've been to events. I mean, maybe it's part of the singer rider that he or she is going to sing only from 1 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock. I don't know. I have never heard about it. But if we are talking about special event, as I said, special event, and I do not see that you're going to have those kind of special events every day or every weekend. I don't know. Maybe you can. Good luck to you. But if once in blue moon or if once a month you have a special event and you have a singer that has a rider, it says, I'm singing only, I have a concert somewhere else, and I can come to your establishment only 1 in the morning, and you need it to be open until 3 o'clock in the morning, so you just notified community board. But regular schedule cannot be until 3, and regular schedule cannot be until 4. This is what I have to say.
So at this point, Akram, just the machinations of the process, we have to come to an accord with the community board on the hours. If we don't, they will oppose the application and it will go to the State Liquor Authority full board. Now, you're not a 500-foot application, so you would have your day before the State Liquor Authority also. They'll address the community board's concerns. It's always best to make an agreement with the community board to get off on a good foot. That's my opinion, but the final decision is yours. Nothing they said tonight's unreasonable, in my opinion.
I understand. I mean, I'm very
the final decision's yours. It's your business. You're investing a lot of money in this space. But it will also prolong the process. An SLA full board application will take additional time. So it's your decision, basically. Looks like what they have on the table is 2 a.m. Friday and Saturday and midnight during the week. I think that's what we have on the table, correct?
Correct.
No,
Yeah.
no.
And rooftop until 1.
Rooftop
On the
until
weekends,
1.
yes.
On weekends, yeah.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday, not weekends, sorry.
Now, it's in good faith, if Akram is a very good operator for a year, are you guys open to us coming back to get more time? I appreciate your candor. So these are the hours you will always give him no matter what.
I mean, we might open the rooftop, but we're not giving you 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. That it's not happening, not in this community board.
Okay, Akram, so you have their firm position. Doesn't mean this is their advisory. They tell the liquor authority and then the liquor authority makes the final decisions.
Well, in that case, Anthony, if you're trying to tell me something in a nice way, you're right. The SLA does make the final decision, and you don't need to take our recommendation, and we can just oppose it, and we can just write a strong letter. But what you just said was inappropriate. Basically, you're saying we're advisory, and you struck your shoulder a little bit. I know the procedure for 30 years. I don't appreciate how you said it. And yes, we are advisory, but you know what? It's required for you to come to us. It's also required that we can wait. We don't even need to give you the waiver. How's that?
So you're mistaking what I said. I actually, if you heard what I said nothing you said was unreasonable.
Okay.
I have to advise my client. And to make a decision.
Then maybe it's inappropriate the way you said it.
No,
I apologize if you deemed it inappropriate, but it was no way, shape, or form meant to be inappropriate.
Lucy, we're here, in front of everybody here. We're trying to just, be friends before anything and try to see if we could work something out with your help. And
I agree, but I don't like someone saying to me, "Oh, you're just advisory," and then shrug your shoulder. I've been doing it for 30 years. I know what we are, but I also know the SLA. And they take our advice as advisory into Very much into consideration, very much.
Of course, and that's why we're here.
That's why
first.
we're here.
I
That's why
told
we're here
Mr.
first,
Nasser,
and
nothing you
in
said
front of
tonight was
everybody.
unreasonable. And I
Okay, you
told
guys
him to
decide
work
on
with
the
the
hours.
community.
Thank you. Well, you decide on the hours. I'll mute myself if you want to call each other on the phone and then let us know.
Again, I do appreciate everybody here. Thank you for, taking the time and opportunity to have us and listen to us. We could work with the 2 a.m. Is it possible that you guys could also include a Thursday as well? So it'd
I
be
mean,
a
we're
Thursday
working with you guys in
Saturday.
good faith. I mean, it's an
I
agreement.
mean,
It's a negotiation, essentially.
I'm here.
And again, I would bear in mind the character of the applicant. He's a pilot, he's a federal agent, he owns multiple restaurants. He has solid character.
Okay,
we have Michael.
Thursday, it's well known in Manhattan. It's the busiest night in bars and restaurants. I understand. I don't know. It's up to committee, but if we are talking about Thursday until 1, but not 2 o'clock.
Okay, Michael.
Personally, I have no problems with Thursday, Friday, and Saturday until 2. We have a guy here that's coming to the community board who I don't know from Adam. I'm sorry. So there's nothing to do about that. But look, folks, it's that restaurant has been empty. We want to get some life into the community. It is away from the entrance. Certainly is away from most of the people that live there. Again, it's only background music upstairs, and I think that we ought to, give that little bit and allow him Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays until 2. During the week to whatever Lucy or Yelena had said, the lesser of the hours. And I think that would be a happy medium, and I think you'll get quite a few votes that way.
I appreciate it. Thank you so
I would
much.
recommend you agree to that, Akram. That's my recommendation. That was extremely reasonable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm very grateful, just to hear you guys. I think that would be very nice if everybody could help me out. I'm spending so much money here, and honestly, this is like my first time in front of a community board.
Okay, any comments about Thursday, Friday, and Saturday until 2 o'clock?
I would have to oppose if I'm voting for that type of motion. Just putting it on the table.
Jeff?
Anybody else?
I think that Thursday, you want to have an agreement. You want to meet halfway, 1 a.m. on a Thursday. Because if that's a very, very big night for you, 1 o'clock, I would feel. But 2 o'clock, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's going to be a no for me.
All right, Evie?
I agree.
Okay, so they're meeting them halfway by saying 1 o'clock on a Thursday. And then 2 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. Is that okay?
Yeah, and rest of the week until midnight. Again, let me say it, and I'm taking, I did not speak to anybody. Let me repeat. I understand this kind of establishment, and you are planning to invite stars and big stars, people that are important for community, Turkish community, Greek community, Russian, Ukrainian, on and on and on and on. And you might have a special event. It's not happening every weekend. It's not happening every night. But if you have something planned and you know that this particular Friday or this particular Saturday, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, you have something until 3 o'clock in the morning, you just have to notify us and make sure you have security and you have somebody managing the crowd. It's not the end of the world. You
Yeah,
are opening a restaurant. You are not
we're
opening
always,
concert venue. You are not opening concert venue. It's a restaurant.
yes,
So
we're always gonna have
we can
security.
we can work it out. But give you 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, to me it's unacceptable. Tomorrow somebody else will come and say, wait, I want to be open until 4. I want to be open until 5. So it should be kind of unified in our community. So
It's
to
okay.
me, okay, it's okay, good.
No, I understand. I understand. It's okay. Forget about the 4. Just asking for the Thursday to 2. That's all. And of course, Elena, you're absolutely right. If there's a big person that's coming, I'll definitely come and I'll talk to all you guys. I'll come to the office and talk to Hannah or Eddie or whoever's there. And
Eddie or yeah.
Yeah, and I'll tell you guys everything that's happening, and hey, is it okay if so and so to 3 or something like that? And it's not every day. Like I could ask for 2 a.m. It doesn't necessarily mean I might not stay till 2 a.m. You know, nights sometimes may be slow, or maybe there's nothing happening and we might close at 12.
Okay, but might, when it comes to agreement, doesn't work. This is why we kindly ask you to change your hours of operation,
Oh,
okay?
no, it's okay. Totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine, Elena. Just asking, just, you know, just to give us that courtesy for Thursday, just at 2 a.m. I mean, we would so much appreciate it.
Okay, I believe we met in the middle. In the beginning, we said no midnight. You asked for 2, we are giving you 1. Again, if something, you know,
Just
just
one
tell
hour.
us. Okay, anybody wants to
Yelena?
make a motion? Because I'm
Yelena?
you know.
Oh, wait,
Elena?
Alan has a question. Alan?
Yep.
Yes, Alan.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to bring up a subject that came up with one of our previous applicants for an SLA license. We were discussing not only the time that the business would be closed, but making sure that it was clear on what last call was. So that if 2 o'clock is doors closed and everybody out at 2 o'clock and not hanging out till 4, as was the case with this other establishment, we also want to be very clear about what the last call time is, which is generally an hour before you push everybody out the door. Want to bring that up for discussion.
Okay, and okay, it should be in this case, if everyone agrees and Alan is right, we brought it out before and we asked gentlemen to amend the stipulation and put new business hours and last call. So in this case, it should be Saturday, from Sunday to Wednesday, from 9, whatever, 10 in the morning. I'm not really concerned about the morning. 9 until midnight, last call 11 p.m. Thursday from 9 to 1 o'clock, last call midnight. Friday and Saturday from 9 to 2 a.m., last call 1 a.m. Am I right, Alan?
That's my recollection of how we handled this with the previous applicant.
Yes. So we are going to vote now, and I believe we are in agreement that
I wanna jump in here again, sorry.
Okay.
I heard what you said, but I want to clarify it in my head. Regardless what hours we give them, it should just say a 1 no 1 hour prior last call. So whatever, so it doesn't get all confusing, just write 1 line saying hours of operation, last call 1 hour prior. That should be clear on the stipulations. So I want to make sure what I'm voting on. Sunday,
The same way you have food line in your application about serving last food 1 hour before closing. So last call 1 hour before close.
Yes, ma'am. So Sunday to Wednesday, you're doing midnight, correct?
Correct. I mean,
Okay,
I don't know the restaurant. Okay.
But
okay. So
usually,
Sunday to Wednesday, it's till midnight is what you're asking. It now Thursday has changed to 1 a.m. and Friday and Saturday to 2 a.m. Now that's the first floor. This rooftop is 1 hour prior for the same nights.
I believe so.
Okay, then I got it right then. Thank you.
Okay, after this meeting, I believe it's too many words and too many hours and too many numbers. Hannah, I would ask you kindly to send to both gentlemen tomorrow the summary of what was voted and discussed today for them to amend stipulation, and we should receive it before full board meeting. If we don't have an amendment stipulation, we are not going to vote it on full board.
Yes, just one clarification, Madam Chair, if I may. The rooftop you said is one, from my understanding, from the regular floor downstairs, is last call is equal to 1 hour before closing time.
Yes.
The rooftop hours is 1 hour prior.
Yeah, it's like, it's if we have until 2 Friday and Saturday, so rooftop, people can go on rooftop until 1 a.m.
Understood.
If we have 1 a.m. on Thursday, people can go on rooftop until midnight. And if we have midnight weekdays, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, people can go on rooftop until 11 p.m.
Understood. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, am I right?
Yeah, just to, I want to make it as simple as possible. So I'm going to repeat it again. Okay, so anything that was agreed upon on the first floor, 1 hour prior is the closing time at the rooftop. In addition, 1 hour last call for the first floor and second floor hours. I think that makes it more clear.
Okay.
can I say something?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Normally it's not an hour for last call. It's usually a half hour for last call.
Listen, I don't know what borough you're coming from, but every borough that I've worked for, it's 1 hour, sir. I'm sorry. Now I'm getting like, we may talk. We've been here for an hour trying to help you guys with the hours.
I know,
Came
but
to a conclusion. It's not happening. Go ahead. I'll leave it. I'm gonna stay quiet because then I'll just vote.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Anthony.
Yeah, generally, it's usually a half an hour, but I mean, an hour is not, I've seen an hour also. It's what the community board usually asks for.
Whatever you guys want. I mean, I would.
Yeah, I think that's the least of our issues, Akram.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's okay. I mean, if you guys want to do the hour, if you guys want to do the half hour, we appreciate it. That's fine.
Okay. Anybody is ready to make a motion?
Motion.
Michael Silverman, can you do me a favor? Can you make a motion?
I'm all confused, so I'm not the one to make the motion.
Olga Ford said that she would like to make the motion.
Okay, Olga, help me, my co-chair.
Okay, so do I need to repeat what we are doing? Hours of operation, right?
Elaine, is this including the 30-day waiver? You're doing the 30-day waiver separately?
No, it's including 30-day waiver.
Okay.
Evelyn has a question.
Evelyn has a question.
I don't have a question. I was gonna second the motion after she made the motion.
Okay. Evelyn is second.
Let him make the motion first.
That's what I'm saying. I was waiting for the motion to come up, Michael.
Okay, should I try to formulate it?
Yes.
Okay, so talking about hours of operation, the
No,
motion
we're talking
is,
about, Olga, I'm sorry, we're talking about approving the license of so and so and so with amendment hours of operation and 30 days waiver. That's what we are talking about.
that's correct. Motion to approve AASA Group LLC application for liquor license and 30-day waiver with the following hours of operation.
Olga, you gotta have
Sa-
your camera on there.
Oops. All right. Sunday through Wednesday, the hours are 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. Thursday, 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. Last call for, let's do, I guess, rooftop hours of operation are 1 hour prior to the general hours of operation that I just named. And the last call is 1 hour prior to the closing time of either the first floor or rooftop.
Okay, and then we have Evie.
Yes. And we have Evie second. I really, really appreciate you ladies.
May I do roll call?
Sure.
All right, just one question I want
Oh.
to ask. I'm sorry, Olga said that the hours of operation from Sunday to Thursday, I'm sorry,
To
Thursday to
Wednesday.
Wednesday with 12 o'clock?
Yes.
Thursday was 1 o'clock? And
Yes.
Friday and Saturday,
2.
right? Thursday was to 1 and the weekends were to 2, correct?
Yes, correct.
I second the motion.
Okay, thank you. Olga
2,
Ford.
yes, I second the motion.
Oh.
I second the motion.
Yes, okay.
Thank you.
All right, roll call.
Yes. Olga Ford.
Yes.
Yelena Mackin.
Yes.
Mario, oh, sorry. Shimon Rinkowski.
Shimon.
I'll come back to Shimon. Jeff
Yes.
Stanoff. Oh, hi, Shimon. Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Jeff Stanoff.
Yes.
Thank you. Michael Silverman.
Yes.
Evelyn Strasser.
No, she's
Yes.
frozen. Oh, there she go.
I got it. Yeah. Edita.
No.
Lucy Mujica Diaz.
I'm abstaining because I didn't hear the applicant agree to these hours.
Akram,
Madam Elena.
you agree to the
What?
final hours?
Yeah, we agree to the hours.
You're in agreement with the
I didn't
midnight
have
and
a
all,
choice.
sir? You're in
Yeah, of
agreement to
course. I mean,
midnight and all?
yes.
Okay, then I'm changing my vote to yes.
Okay, thank you. Did I not call anyone? Did I miss anyone?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, we have 7 yes and 1 no.
Okay, motion pass, carried.
Well, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you. You would be, Hannah will send you summary tomorrow. You update your stipulation. It should be notarized and sent to community board prior to full board meeting in order to take votes. We wish you good luck.
Thank you so much. Have a
Okay.
great night, everybody. Thanks for having
Congratulations.
us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your time.
Okay, Yelena.
Do we have any new business? Anyone new business?
Nope.
Anyone old business? Okay, I have a question. It's a, Lucy, did we receive any, or office, did we receive any complaints about juice and more so far?
No.
Not by me, Madam Chair, no.
Okay,
I'll answer for me. Thank you, Hannah. You were talking, you asked me, right?
I ask you and I ask office. Your office
Okay,
answered.
just checking, just double checking. I have not heard any complaints, but I need you guys to find out about this hookah thing because my understanding is that they have hookah there, but I don't know if it's flavor or what it is. So someone should check that out.
I checked, you need to you can have flavor it without the license. This is what I checked.
Yes, I know what you could have. I'm asking that we check if they have that.
Okay, they claim, I mean, I don't know how to check. Maybe we can send somebody to check. But, you know, I'm not a hookah user. But
neither am I.
Okay, so somebody has to check what kind of hookahs they have. Okay. And I do believe that they're gonna have an agreement with park department, and if somebody can speak to park department prior, because I would like to have a provision in this agreement, no hookahs on boardwalk. Because for them, it might sound, okay, it's outside, the same like rooftop, but Angela brought it up, and I believe it's a very valid point. I don't know if with all issues we have with boardwalk, we don't want any kind of fire or something similar. So I believe park department should have it in their agreement, no hookahs on boardwalk. That's my opinion. I cannot dictate park department what to do. Okay.
We'll write an email to the Parks Department saying that that was our concerns this evening. And that when they, and if they approve for them to have seating outside, that to please consider not allowing them to have the hookah outside as well because of safety issues.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody else? Okay. If not, thank you very much, everybody. Special thanks to my co-chair because she was able to put this long motion together. And everybody have a good night.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Congratulations, Olga. Great job.
Good night.
Good job. Good night.
I don't even see her on. I think she left.
No, she left already. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.